Good evening. My name is Jamie Wright. I've been a coach here at Woodland Christian High School for the last 16 years, and I also spent most of that time as Woodland's athletic director. First of all, I would like to thank the championship organizing committee members, Matt Hazenberg, Stu Julius, and Bernie Burnett, as well as their extended team of volunteers for the countless number of hours that have been put into making this incredible event possible. I would also like to give special mention to our OFSAA convener, Katie Plaisir, who not only took on the huge responsibility of running an OFSAA championship, but also took over from me as Woodland's new athletic director as well. Katie, you are amazing. Yeah. Tonight, I have the special honor of introducing this year's OFSAA Leadership in School Sport Award recipient, Bernadine Verstraeten. You may be wondering why I'm wearing a purple shirt and a purple tie tonight, despite the fact that Woodland's team color is royal blue. I certainly have blue shirts and ties in my closet. As the Woodland people in the crowd might guess, the purple is in honor of Bernadine, as she is quite vocal about it being the very best color in the world.
Absolutely.
Though I cheer for the Leafs, I might also have worn a Montreal Canadiens hat tonight in honor of Bernadine. Alas, OFSAA regulations for the banquet indicate that hats are not permitted, and sanctions could result. Too bad. Bernadine is a passionate person. She is passionate about the color purple, passionate about the Habs, but more importantly, she is passionate about serving God and serving people. She is an incredibly thoughtful friend and colleague who is generous with her time and is always interested in what's happening in your life. She's a caring teacher and guidance counselor who connects so well with students and helps them along their journey of learning and their journey of following Christ. Bernadine is also passionate about young athletes. This began early in life as she started coaching gymnastics at the age of 12 and did so for more than a decade in Cayuga and Kingston. When she became a teacher at Woodland Christian High School, she also immediately became a coach. For more than 30 years, Bernadine has coached track and field, boys volleyball, and girls volleyball, winning medals at the District 8, CAWASA, and OFSAA levels. I've had the great pleasure of teaming up with Bernadine to coach volleyball many times over the years, and I've learned so much from her. She is incredibly knowledgeable about both technique and strategy, but she is always hungry to improve, regularly attending coaching clinics and showing humility in her desire to learn from others. A highlight that Bernadine and I were able to share along with Wayne Harris was working together to coach our senior boys volleyball team to OFSAA Gold in 2014. Another memorable moment for Bernadine was coaching Joel Rumpf to OFSAA Gold in high jump in 2023. Bernadine is a coach who cares not only about whether her athletes are improving their skills, but even more so about how they are developing as people. Though she is a fierce competitor, she also has high expectations regarding effort, attitude, and sportsmanship, making it clear that the way you play the game matters more than winning the game. Bernadine loves to host, and she loves to help others learn how to host. She has hosted or made arrangements for innumerable events over the years, including volleyball tournaments, clinics, camps, as well as elementary basketball and soccer tournaments. She also convened the provincial Christian schools track meet for 17 years and was twice a site convener for OFSAA volleyball championships. Not only did she run excellent events, but she always took extra time to help students learn how to step up and lead, building critical life skills in the process. She's currently doing a fantastic job of helping oversee our volunteers for this OFSAA basketball championship. Bernadine has also contributed behind the scenes as a leader in a number of areas, organizing intramurals, arranging volleyball scorekeepers, working with student government on dance preparations, chairing the awards committee, planning for Quebec City and Montreal trips. The list is seemingly endless. Her involvement makes so many special events possible, and her boundless energy makes them so much fun. Bernadine also loves to serve in the wider community. She coached and convened at the Paris Soccer Club for many years. She coached rec and competitive teams with the Scorpions Volleyball Club, as well as summer camps with the KW Predators Volleyball Club. She coached at the OCAA level with the Conestoga College women's varsity team. When you combine all of that with all of her work here at school, it adds up to an unbelievable level of involvement. Thank you, Bernadine, for your gift of time, energy, and headspace, as you like to call it. Your sacrifice over many decades has made an extraordinary difference in the lives of people all over Ontario. Please come forward now to receive this prestigious award. I can't imagine anyone who could deserve it more.
Thank you, Katie, and the OFSAA Selection Committee for the Leadership in Sports Award. I feel truly blessed. As I reflect on this honor, I want to address the athletes. Félicitations. Vous avez achevé un grand honneur en participant à OFSAA. Vous êtes ici ce soir et vous avez bien joué aujourd'hui. You are each fearfully and wonderfully made. Your skill and perseverance has brought you here to compete at the OFSAA Championships. There are 18 districts in Ontario with 920 high schools, and you are here. So take a second. Be in this moment. Of all the students who had the possibility to come and compete here, it is you and your team that achieved this honor. That is an amazing feat that few athletes in Ontario get to be part of. Your team trained. They won matches. They competed at your association level and now represents your school at the highest level of girls basketball in Ontario. Celebrate this occasion. Enjoy this time. Set goals for yourself. Set goals for your team. Laugh. Take those selfies. Enjoy the small and big moments over these 3 days. Athletes, on this journey to this moment, à qui est-ce que vous devrez dire merci? Merci à votre premier entraîneur, la personne qui vous avait introduit à ce sport. Thank you to the people who got up early for your training sessions. Thank you to your loudest fans, votre frère, votre mère, votre grand-mère, votre ami. Thank you to your teammates for challenging you to your defensive or offensive role. Thank you to your opponents. The joy you felt when you achieved that win, played incredibly well, but also when you lost to that team. The loss made you better. You worked harder on your skill. You became more mentally tough since you wanted to decrease the losses and not take that disappointment into your next game or your next practice. Vous avez appris de la détermination, a grit as a result of that loss. Personally, I would like to thank my parents for all their support over the years, especially when life threw me a curveball. You were there for me. Thank you to my generous and loving son. You blessed me in so many ways. I cannot even begin to thank you for all that you have given to me. And thank you to my fierce and determined daughter, who will walk through fire with me and show me how to get up after the nasty falls. La liste de personnes à qui je voulais dire merci continue. Athletes, you should also take time to consider the other people who have supported you. Who are your mentors? Was it that first coach that believed in you, challenged you, encouraged you to work on your craft? Was it someone in your family who persevered through some very difficult times, and yet they had time for you, inspired you, and showed you how to be strong? Was it some of your teammates, the one who practiced that same shot over and over until they got it right? Peut-être c'est les coéquipières qui sont la première à la pratique, celles qui travaillent d'heures et celles qui sont la dernière à quitter. My first mentor was Sheila Moses. As Jamie said, I was 12 years old, and all I wanted to do was gymnastics. Unfortunately, there was not a gymnastics gym in our area, and Sheila Moses changed that for us. She had a vision to bring gymnastics to this very small farming community we had to set up and take down every day. She had to find coaches who were willing to learn and take this challenge on. No small feat. I still remember walking up the high school stairs in Cayuga and signing up for my first session as a gymnast, competing at all our events. Sheila was not only my first coach, but she allowed me, this 12-year-old, to become part of her vision, to coach younger athletes, to establish this club as an integral part of a highly competitive circuit, and she encouraged me in so many ways. She found ways to involve our small gymnastics club in CFL games, parades, the opening ceremonies at Skydome, and I was able to be part of this vision. Through her, I started to be a coach. Two other mentors who have impacted my skill as a coach are Wayne Harris and Jamie Wright. Both of these individuals taught me and guided me with their wealth of knowledge, experience, and expertise. They allowed me to work alongside them during practices, games, tournaments, and timeouts. As if this wasn't enough, we had countless hours of conversations in person and in the phone, improving our strategies, skills, philosophy, and coaching abilities. I owe them a huge debt of gratitude for their years of mentorship. Athletes, who have guided you on your journey? Reflect on who these key people are for you and let them know. Let them continue to guide you and then be driven by what they have taught you. Moving on from tonight, some of you will have or have had an amazing game. Everything came together. Offensively, you rocked. Defensively, you stole. Overall, it was incredible. Some of you will leave with a medal, some of you with a plaque, or others with the sportsmanship banner. Others will go home disappointed. For some, this is the beginning of a school year filled with sports. For others, this will be your last basketball tournament ever. Some of you will continue to play basketball. Regardless of how you feel this evening or what your future holds, I ask you to consider three things. 1, passion. You played with passion. You came to practices with passion, most of the time. How are you going to continue to do whatever you do with this passion? Will it be your homework, your job, your next steps in sport, whatever you're going to do in high school? Using your passion to fuel you forward will always be under your control. Number 2, purpose. You have a purpose. You were created for a purpose. Your role on this team has purpose. Continue to find and believe in what your daily or weekly or monthly purpose will be. And 3, integrity. Winning is the goal, but more importantly, playing and living with integrity will bring you success. People will know that you are who you say you are. You show up, and you are to be trusted. When you put these ideas together, you have passion, integrity, and purpose. PIP. When I looked up the acronym PIP, 2 things came up. Number 1, Performance Improvement Plan, and an old-fashioned statement. She is PIP, which means a person who is liked, admired very much. Throughout my life as a parent, a teacher, and a coach, I try to embody these 3 words daily. It is my hope that you will go forward and be PIP. Thanks again for honoring me with this Leadership in Sports Award. It is a true gift, and blessings to you. Thank you.